This shot, you can see the pole. This is taken from in front of the mobile home, looking back toward where the two sheds were. The pile of trash is where I've been piling stuff to go in the dumpster Monday. The trees that are down in front of the pole there to the right are the ones that were directly under the wires, next to and behind the pole there to the right. And those have been dropped. You can see the apple tree in the far right of this picture. This is a slightly different angle of that same shot, looking further to the right. You can see the apple tree dead center, and you can see some pine trees that are down on the far right. Those are the ones that are like behind the Harbor Freight garage. Again, the same shot. The apple tree is left center, and the down trees on the right hand side are the ones that are behind the Harbor Freight garage. Again, just a different angle showing behind the garage and the clearing that happened in that area, moving down past the garage. This is a close-up of the stuff that was dropped right near the phone pole. This is the stuff in the first few pictures you can see just to the right of the pole. This is a better shot to give you the scale of the stuff. That birch is probably 7 or 8 inches in diameter at the bottom. This is sitting next to the apple tree looking behind the Harbor Freight garage, which is just out of frame to the right. Okay, this is obviously about halfway down the driveway, looking at the gap that they made to let the wires through that front row of trees. This is a little bit closer shot of the gap they made to let the wires through that front row of trees. The really low looking telephone wire is an optical illusion based on the angle. This is taken from the shoulder of Route 1, looking into the gap from the road, and you can see the tree is down in the center there. Here's a time lapse of the EMEC crew. If you look in the top right near that pole, you'll see trees moving and people walking around and trees disappearing. They were working their way in from near the street. Once they had a little area cleared there, they backed the truck in behind the Harbor Freight garage and used that to get at the ones behind the garage. You'll see them come in a moment here. I moved some stuff out of the way for them so that I have a place to drop the pine tree and the other tree. Having a nice big strong bucket truck like that makes easy work of this stuff. They were literally just grabbing the top of the tree. The guy at the bottom would cut it and he would guide it and push it over with the bucket. Here he's reaching up over the wires to top all of the ones that were grown right through the wires. Then he comes down, he cuts them anything down lower, And then once they finish doing that, the ground crew comes in and they just finish them off from the base. So then they pull the truck out of the way and then they ground cut the rest of the stuff, and then they went out to the end of the driveway and did those 2 trees out at Route 1, and then they were gone.